clarity. For the next 15 minutes, there's something wrong with your phone or tablet. You're about to participate in a great adventure. You're about to experience the awe and mystery that extends from the inner mind to HQ, the trivia game show on your phone where you answer questions to win cash. How you doing, folks? My HQties, welcome to Sunday Night. I'm your host, Time Magazine's 2006 Person of the Year, Scott Rogowski, a.k.a. Regis Trilbin, a.k.a. Woke Willery, a.k.a. The Trap Trebek, coming to you live and in color from the home of Soylent Green and the birthplace of Chuds, New York, New York. On this record-breaking Sunday night, what records are being broken? Well, for one, the fact that there are over 348,000 players in the game tonight, that's more people than St. Louis and Pittsburgh, including Claire, Ronzone, Dante Smith, and New York Nico. That's more people than Ron Howard has baseball caps. We're up to 350,000 right now. If this is your first time pulling into Quiz Central, let me tell you how things are done around here. I'm going to ask 12 questions, ranging from easy to hard. You're going to have 10 seconds for when I start reading the question to tap your answer. If you get it right, you move on to the next round. If you don't get it right or don't answer, you're gone, kaput, out. But if you have extra lives, they'll keep you in the game. And if you make it to the end, answering all 12 questions correctly, you win or split the prize. And why special? Manish Tana, we are setting another record with our grand prize total of $8,500. That's right. Tonight's prize is $8,500. It's all about the Benjamins. 85 Benjis to be exact. Maybe not quite enough to cop those colossal-sized Picassos, but certainly enough to put a Lex on your wrist. Then you can properly floss in your six. Now, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers? Shot callers? Brawlers? No. You want to play HQ, which we're about to do. Final reminders, your device is fully charged, you've switched it to Do Not Disturb mode, and you've swiped away that pesky chat if it's distracting you, because $8,500, people. This is no joke. You want to focus up, laser in? You want to do this? Let's do this. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Let's make HQ history. Cumero, numero, uno. Which of these is not or sparkling water or radioactive water? Sold in stores. I don't think you'd want to buy this if it were available. Radioactive water, of course, not sold in stores. Mineral water. Yeah, that's like your Fiji water. It's like your LaCroix. San Pellegrino is both sparkling and mineral. 245,750 got it right. Radioactive water. Radioactive man? My eyes, the goggles do nothing. 245,750 players are moving on to Q2. Ophthalmology is a branch of science dealing with which part of the body? Eyes, feet, or hands? Radioactive, radioactive. Oh boy, Imagine Dragons? Why is that song in my head? Not a fan, but it's in my head. Ophthalmology, a branch of science dealing with which part of the body? Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Eyes is your answer. Ophthalmology deals with the eyes. Different from optometry. 1,851 knew it. The difference between an ophthalmologist and an optometrist, one works at NYU Langone, the other works at LensCrafters. It's about 8 years of medical training if you want to slice open the eye instead of doing is this better or this better? This one? This one. 197,851 HQTs are seeing 20/20 vision. They're on to Q3. The C in CFL, the NFL's rival North American Football League, stands for what? Clandestine, Canadian, or copacetic? The CFL. The NFL here in the United States of America, but in the Great White North up there, the Canadian Football League. They have their own football league. Yeah, not so much a rival maybe, as much as it's a complete afterthought for American football fans. 195,350 got it right. Canadian Football League. Shout out to the reigning Grey Cup champs, Toronto Argonauts. Hamilton Tiger Cats, Saskatchewan Roughriders. I see you out there, Montreal Alouettes. I see you, CFL. We have 195,000 HQTs left after Q3. Moving on. marching down the field, going for that first down. Q4. What is a rhododendron? Circular lounge, nine-sided shape, or woody plant? A rhododendron. What is it? What could it be? Ooh, circular lounge, nine-sided shape. No. Rhododendron is a woody plant, a flowering bush, a plant that exists all over the world, I think. They're beautiful flowers. 124,985 have a green thumb. They got it right. Rhododendron, maybe check your backyard. Maybe you have one growing there in the wild or at the local bodega for $12.99 a dozen. 124,985. They're blooming and blossoming, and then moving on to Q5. The 80s song 99 Red Balloons was originally written and sung in which language? French, German, or Dutch? 99 Red Balloons. Sung by Nina. An anti-war song, if you can believe it. 99 Luftballons was the original title. Does that give you a clue there? Luftballon? Luftballon? German is the language we're looking for. 99 Luftballon, 88,470. Remember, their 80s German dance grooves. Nina, the singer, was dancing in a nightclub, was approached by musicians about singing in their band. That's how she got her career started. 88,470. They're getting it started tonight. They're going on to Q6. Halfway there. Cymraeg is how one natively writes the name of which language? Hungarian, Welsh, or Macedonian? Cymraeg. Cymraeg. Something around there. I'm not a native speaker of this language, so forgive me. I'm doing my best. Cymraeg. What is it? Hungarian, Welsh, Macedonian? It would be Welsh. That is how you say Welsh in Welsh. Cymraeg. And 46,694. They can't possibly all speak Welsh, do you? But maybe you just know it. There are less than 700,000 Welsh speakers worldwide, by the way, including Catherine Zeta-Jones and Anthony Hopkins, perhaps. They are Welsh. I don't know if they know how to speak Welsh. How you doing? You're doing Welsh? We good? Doing all right. 46,694 doing pretty Welsh tonight. They're on Q7. The color puce takes its name and hue from what? Spanish wine grapes, Italian wood glue, or French fleas? The puce is loose. Where does puce get its name from, its color? Are you familiar with puce? It's like a brownish purple, dark red, kind of a gross looking color. Bloody, a little bloody, sanguine. Got its name from, purportedly, what it looks like when fleas are crushed on linens, the bodies of dead fleas staining white linens, and it's a French word for fleas. French fleas is your answer. 11,434 got it right. Oh, my Lanta, a lot of you did not. 11,434 are feeling the puce tonight. You feeling the power of the puce? Are you following us on Twitter yet? At HQ Trivia, you should be. At HQ Trivia on Twitter. Shout out to these HQDs who are following: Alex Ray, John Baring, Ann Taylor, Coleman, Laura Sly, Tara Boucher, and Libby Dunn. Ann Taylor? I think my mom shops there. Are you good, guys? My HQD pies, HQD patooties? We're moving on tonight. Q8. Which is the closest major foreign city to any part of Japan? Taipei, Taiwan, Busan, South Korea, or Shanghai, China? The closest major foreign city. Now think about how this is worded, to any part of Japan, because if you know anything about the Far East, Busan, South Korea, of these three would be the closest to the mainland of Japan. But Japan has a lot of little islands that extend very far west, very far south, and there's an island down there that's about 190 kilometers from Taipei, Taiwan. Taipei's your answer, and 3,671 got it right. Brutal. Another brutal question here because we lost 7,000 on that. That's right, there's a little island called Yonaguni, 159 kilometers from Taipei. That is your answer tonight. Taipei, closest to Japan. We're on to Q9 for the 3,671. We started with over 300 and something thousand. Down to 3,000 plus. Q9, there have been no U.S. presidents with what given first name? Harry, Calvin, or Benjamin? This could be savage. This could very well be very savage, because you're thinking to yourself, U.S. presidents with given first names, well, I know Harry Truman, I know Calvin Coolidge, I know Benjamin Harrison. Those are all first names. But no. Harry S. Truman was born Harry S. Truman, our 33rd president. Benjamin Harrison was born Benjamin Harrison, our 23rd president. But our 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, was born John Calvin Coolidge. Calvin was his middle name, and 870, our presidential historians, 870 players got it right. They knew that Calvin's given first name was in fact John. Calvin and Hobbes, Cal Ripken, Calvin Harris, Calvin Klein, still a popular name today. 870 players left. 870. H cutie patooties. Moving on to Q10. 3 questions left. In the 1979 movie Alien, who was the first crew member to wake up from the long sleep? Dallas, Ripley, or Kane? The long sleep, the cryo sleep, the hyper sleep. You familiar with this movie? It was a breakthrough, groundbreaking film, 1979, Alien. Sigourney Weaver. Ripley. Believe it or not, Ripley is not the first to wake up from the long sleep. That would be John Hurt. John Hurt's character, Kane. Kane woke up from the deep slumber, alerted his shipmates. 300, down to 300 players after that one. Kane was cooking breakfast for the rest of the crew, and then, of course, spoiler alert, had a little indigestion later on in the film, expertly parodied in one of my favorites, Spaceballs. Hello, my lady. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. 300 players left after this one. The rest of you, you're going back to cryosleep after that one. Come back tomorrow, try again. But tonight, we have 2 questions left for the 300. This is Sparta, 300. Q11, which of these is not an agile software methodology? XP, Extreme Programming, Six Sigma, or Kanban? Not an agile software methodology. Now, you ask an engineer writing code, he's like, yeah, Q11? No, this should be like a Q1. But you ask basically anybody else on the planet, and they have no idea what the answer is. Not an agile software methodology. Of these 3, Six Sigma is not an agile software methodology. Don't ask me what that is. 156 players got it right. Six Sigma, a notoriously heavy method introduced in 1986 for improving manufacturing, now used in software and most other facets of business. 156 players remain. After all that, wowie zowie. 156 players entering the octagon for the final round of HQ. This is it, Q12. It all boils down to this. 156 players, $8,500 on the table, our record-breaking night. We're about to set some records here, folks. Who's got the bands to make them dance? Who's gonna make that money move? Who's taking home the turkey bacon? Q12. Who is the only head of state to have left the Soviet hegemony under Stalin? Imam Mustafayev, Václav Havel, or Josip Broz Tito? Reaching back to your world history. Mid-century world history. What happened in the middle of the century? Well, you had your World War II. Then you had your Cold War, right? After World War II, and you had your Soviet Union and your Western powers, and they weren't getting along so well. In 1948, at this time, the influence of the Soviet Union was so great, every head of state in that sphere of influence feared Joseph Stalin, but one man was able not just to stand up to him, but to cut ties and form his own brand of communism. It happened not in Czechoslovakia, sorry Havel. It happened not in Azerbaijan, sorry Imam, but in Yugoslavia, where in 1948 a popular leader became a benevolent dictator. They called him Marshal. He was the least popular member of the Jackson Five. Marshal Josip Broz Tito. Tito is your answer for the big bucks, and we got 42 winners, baby! Ho! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You can put it on the board, yes! 42 winners splitting $8,500, which breaks down to $202.38. That is American cash. No IOUs, no debit cards, that's cash money. USD legal tender. That goes right into your account. You just won real money, which you can spend tomorrow, maybe on I don't know, maybe on your spouse or your significant other. Maybe buy a gift, holiday gift, huh? Maybe? No, you're selfish. Keep it for yourself. Do what you want with it. That's your money, and that's our game, folks. Thanks for playing, HQ. We'll be back with another game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, HQ is live weekdays at 3 p.m. and every night at 9 p.m.